second part of the YouTube stream that I was just running for the Champions League draw. I just thought I'd change the title quickly because of the news about our Champions League draw and a certain old player coming back. Sorry that I went off a minute ago. I'm having appalling connection issues with my phones and stuff at the minute. Bear with me because something will be happening with that shortly that I'll discuss another time. But I should be getting new phones, laptop, and possibly another form of doing this in the next 6 to 8 weeks. So please just bear with me because this stuff might happen on the live feeds, unfortunately. But yeah, no, I was so I've just done 40 minutes the Champions League draw, so like 5 or 6 minutes. So just drop into the comments. Thanks, Johnny, for letting me know. By the way, cheers, mate. Yeah. Before the stream goes off, I'm just going to very quickly tell you who we've got and just do a quick wrap up of it in case it goes off again, because we are having connectivity issues in the South Leeds area, sadly. That I've just checked out, which is not helpful, but anyway. So basically, we've had the Champions League draw. I'll read you the 7 of them, and I'll talk about number 8 because number 8's very interesting. So we've Atletico Madrid at home, Eintracht Frankfurt away, PSV at home, Marseille away, Karabag at home, and Galatasaray away. I mean, looking at it now, I'm a bit more, because I did think, oh, that's not the best draw I've ever seen in the world, but you'd imagine Liverpool should, I mean, I think 30 points should get you through. You'd imagine we'd have enough, but it's not the best draw that we could have had. Like the draw that Spurs just had, for example, I've never seen anything like it. Basically, teams who, I mean, half of them I've never heard of. So how Spurs have managed to get that and how Arsenal have got the draws that they have and the draws that we've got, I do not know. But then again, it didn't work out last year for us a slow stage. Didn't get a trophy for it, which was a bit. And yeah, we've got a bit of a toughie there. However, the top headline, as you'll see from the cheeky little headline that I put up there, sorry about the thumbnail, by the way. It was the best I could find at short notice on the phone. We are playing Real Madrid again after last year, and I'm sure all of you can work out the slight problem with that. Well, I say problem, it's not really a problem for us, it's a problem for him. Trent Alexander-Arnold will be returning to Liverpool to face the champions of England, his former club that he left not exactly in a blaze of glory less than 3 months ago, and got us 10 million quid when he is probably £150 million footballer. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that's going. Well, I know how it's going to pan out. Let's have a look. Natsuki comment. Natsuki. Yes, mate. Real Madrid, as in Trent Alexander-Arnold. Also, interestingly, this season, I will be very interested to see how he plays against Madrid, because it looks like he's going to be the next one they're going to try and pinch off us. Look, all I'd say about Trent is, look, I'm not going to be patronising to everyone. If you want to boo him, boo him. Fair enough. Will I boo him? Probably not intentionally. I mean, I want to beat him because I can't stand Real Madrid and I hate them. No offence, I cannot stand Real Madrid Football Club. So I just want to win in general against them after all the misery they've caused last year. But the Trent thing's just an extra added wrinkle. I mean, my feeling is he's going to get out of the building. I think if this had been, I think for 2 years between Trent leaving and maybe doing so well, I think maybe it might not have been that bad. I mean, put it this way, I mean, the Champions League in, what is it, is it 4 weeks, three weeks, something like that, so it's not far. If we get Real Madrid first, I mean, good luck getting a ticket for that one. It's going to be horrendous. I mean, if I was Trent, and because I can be, I wouldn't say devious by a stretch, opportunist at times, I would be feeling my hamstring. I really would, and possibly suggesting that I would rather be fit for my La Liga game on Sunday. I'm sure he won't because he's a brave lad. To be fair to him, he never shirked out of anything for Liverpool, but he's going to have a hell of a night. I mean, the one thing I hope to God doesn't happen if Real Madrid do beat us, which would suck, because like I said, I hate Madrid. Um, I really hope it's not Trent that scores the goal against us. I really, really do, because I, I would advise him not to celebrate. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, it's going to be absolute fever pitch at Anfield that night. But looking at the rest of it, just because, like I said, anyone that's watching, by the way, the reason I'm doing this quickly is I've already done a live stream, but my live stream cut out basically. So that should be loaded up. Someone want to check that, I'll recheck it out. But Real Madrid at home, point maybe. Inter Milan away, that is not cool at all. I could see us maybe losing that one. Atletico Madrid at home, I don't think Atletico are as good as they used to be at all. I'd imagine we'll get 4 points. Eintracht Frankfurt away is not brilliantly cool either. PSV, I mean, the last four should ensure that we go through. PSV at home, win. Marseille away, very tough atmosphere in Marseille. Proper fans there, and they've got one or two naughties, as I say to my son as well. Karabag at home, yeah, you'd imagine that'd be 3 points, and Galatasaray. I think totting all that up, I'd imagine Liverpool looking at between 15 and 16 points, which should be more than enough to get us through. But the Real Madrid and Inter Milan games and possibly the Eintracht game isn't brilliant, but you'd imagine there'd be more than enough there. Let's have a look. Urban Spokes Carlisle, new view. Oh, nice to see you, mate. Um, switch to. I'm just doing this on my phone. I literally, I've just been doing 40 minutes on one of my regular viewers, Johnny. Shout out to him. Basically had to let me know that the stream went off. So, yeah, I've just done 40 minutes basically for nothing. So I'm literally just rounding up what I said before. But yeah, thanks for viewing, mate. That's really nice of you. Yeah, and that's about it, folks. Really, to be honest. So, I mean, the Real Madrid thing. If you're not a season ticket holder and you want a ticket for that match, don't bother. Just go to Seat Loader. That's not an advert, by the way, but basically the only way that can get for Liverpool. We've been to a couple of games now with Seat Loader, and it is hospitality. Unfortunately, I'm looking at a couple of £100, which is not cool, but get to see my team. So we try and do it once. If finances stretch that far, twice, maybe. But yeah, you ain't getting into the ground unless you're going with them. So I think if you want to go this year, I think Karabag, if it was in January and we've already qualified or already knocked out or whatever, you've probably got half a chance with that. But otherwise, Champions League tickets at Liverpool, like gold dust, you ain't going to get a ticket, basically. So do I think we'll get through? Yeah, I think we should be all right. Looking at Arsenal's draw, there's hardly anyone in it. No one in Spurs. Man City have got a tough match. De Bruyne is actually coming back to Man City because they've got Napoli, which is quite amusing, actually. And I'll just read you the Geordies. They are not having a very good week. In fact, I'll talk about that as well, thanks to my mate Johnny, who put me onto something. Newcastle have. Crikey. Let's have a look. Hello, Mr. Big Pop. I support Sunderland. Oh, I think you've been really good this year, mate, to be honest. I used to love your old ground. I used to love Roker Park. Honestly, it had such a good atmosphere there because I'm a very old man. But I used to love it was like the Wednesday night game that I used to have at Roker when you had like Kevin Phillips and Niall Quinn and what was the other fella's name that I used to like, the Cockney lad? Ball, was that his name? Ball? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I used to quite enjoy watching Sunderland, like late '90s team that they had, and they used to do really, really well. So yeah, fair play to you. I hope you have a good season, mate. And if you do support Sunderland, you'll love this. This is Newcastle United's Champions League draw. Barcelona at home, Paris Saint-Germain away, Benfica at home, Bayer Leverkusen away, PSV at home, Marseille away, Athletic Bilbao at home, and Union Saint-Gilloise away. I think Newcastle might get 4 wins. They should just get through. Actually, looking at, to be fair to them, but that is not easy by any stretch of the imagination. The other thing that I did quickly want to say, and again, shout out to Johnny, who's one of my subscribers and a thoroughly decent man, I have to say. Whilst I was on the other stream, had me on something. Speaking of Newcastle United, Newcastle have well, not signed, but they've agreed a deal with Stuttgart to sign someone called Nick Waltermaid. I don't know who he is. I've got no idea. Anyway, long story short, because that has nothing to do with Liverpool really, but it kind of does. 60 million quid plus 4 million on add-ons. Now, Newcastle are in all sorts of trouble with PSR and they can't really afford 60 million quid. So logically, you would be thinking surely that means you know who should be coming to Liverpool in fairly short order, because Newcastle do not have. Well, I mean, obviously they have because they've got very rich owners. And if there was no PSR, Newcastle could outspend anyone in the bloody country in probably the world at the minute. But they do not have that sort of money. So the only way they're going to get that sort of money, unless they're going to sell an Anthony Gordon or I can't imagine they're going to sell Bruno Guimaraes. I mean, I suppose they could, but the only way they're going to get that sort of money back quickly is via Liverpool. And we've already said that. Well, I think we said that we'd stump up 90 million and then do the rest in add-ons over 3 or 4 years, maybe, or something like that. So, I mean, you'd imagine. I don't want to get too excited, but I would imagine that that has put Liverpool back into a position where we can bid again. So it's not breaking news as such, but it could be something. So I would just keep an eye out. Obviously, transfer deadline day is on Monday. Oh, actually, while I'm on, I'll be doing a transfer deadline day special. Should this wonderful bloody phone of mine actually work? If not, I'll do it on my laptop. I've got streaming stuff on laptop as well. But yeah, I'm going to be there for like the last hour and a half of transfer deadline day. If you guys want to tune in for that, it'll be on Monday night, so just after 10:30, something along them lines. Anyway, so yeah, that's all the news basically. Obviously, I talked to the previous stream about beating Newcastle with the amazing goal by Rio. I'm just trying to think if anything else happened. James McConnell, I think, has gone or is going to sign a new deal with Liverpool, but he's been loaned out. It looks like he's going to Ajax to work with Johnny Heitinger, who obviously was the assistant with Arnold last year. So that'll be interesting for him. Arnold does seem to like McConnell a lot, so I think this could be good for him. I reckon he's probably going to probably gone above even Stefan Bajcetic now, I would have thought. I'm just having a look to see if there's any other news and bits and pieces while I'm on. I'm just going to type in Alexander Isak. But yeah, you would imagine that there's going to be a few more moves before deadline day. I mean, obviously you've got questions over, does Jayden Danns, now he's fit, does he get a loan move maybe? Does Bajcetic get a loan move? I mean, I think he's more or less not far off back in training, so maybe he goes away, or does he carry on and maybe just train with the first team for the next year? I don't know, or at least till January. None of the keepers will go. Obviously, Costas, I wouldn't be surprised if Costas goes, because obviously he's not been involved, I don't think, in either match so far. Obviously, the big one's Harvey Elliott. RB Leipzig, as far as I'm aware, are in talks about him, but there's been nothing concrete. So again, it's like a domino effect. Newcastle have just bought this fella. We sell Harvey Elliott maybe 50 million quid, pay Newcastle 130, 140, and in actuality we've ended up paying them 80, out of our money because the Elliott transfer maybe covers it. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, no, it's all very interesting. I'm just having a look. Let's have a look. No news on Isaac yet that I can see. So yeah, no news as well. Obviously, there's still probably a bit of a question mark about Chiesa. I really hope they don't sell Chiesa because he's been really good in both of these sub appearances, and the bloke is trying his hardest. Obviously, I do agree with Arnold and everything he's done because he's brought me the title and given me one of the best days of my life. So I absolutely love the fella. But I really do hope that he keeps Chiesa around because obviously the lad wants to stay and he wants to work and he is fit now. So why not have an Italian international footballer coming off the bench for you for the next year? Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that's pretty much it, folks. I'll just say quickly before I go. Tonight, if you're a pro wrestling fan, so yesterday I went to WWE Leeds with the family. Hi, family. And there's a boatload of content on there. So there's Joe Hendry short. There's a load of stuff with CM Punk. Obviously, I'm wearing my shirt. And I've just been to AEW at the weekend as well. So there's a boatload of content on there if you want to check it out. So it's Geek Boy 7381 if you want to like or subscribe, or if you just want to check it out. If you don't like it, then obviously don't worry about it. That's cool. And yeah, there's loads of stuff that I've got coming up. So I cover Liverpool, football stadiums. I've just been in the last 10 days because we had a family trip to London. I've been to West Ham, London Stadium, Tottenham Hotspur, and also where else did I go? Arsenal. So they're all on. So they're on. Geek Boy does football, Comic Cons. I'm going to Comic Con this week as well. There'll be a live wretched thing worse. And Paris on Sunday, so it'll be York Comic Con followed by Clash in Paris. Also, Liverpool are playing that day against Arsenal, so I have no idea how on earth that day going to work out. I'll figure it out as we go along. And then obviously the next day, transfer deadline day. So there's loads of cool stuff coming up on the channel. And then towards the end of the year, I've done something called Geek Boy Summer. So the next thing will be Geek Boy Winter, basically, which I'm calling Geekoween, which made my son cringe. And he said I was cringe as well. So yeah, thank you so much for that. But there'll be loads of like Halloween stuff that I'm doing, Comic Cons, horror cons. I'm off to see Predator, and there's a couple of Gothic events in Leeds as well that I'm going to go to as well. So that'll all be on the channel hopefully. So just keep an eye out for it. And yeah, I'll just take one last look. Do we have any other Liverpool news? We do not. No. Just quickly, guys, as well. Apparently we find out who the order that we're playing on Saturday, but there's no time on Saturday. You'd imagine it'd be midday or something, so we'll get the full draw. From a point of view, I really hope we get Carabag in like January when people have spent a boatload of money on Christmas and don't want to fork out, and then that can maybe leave tickets for the rest of us. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see anyway. But yeah, overall Liverpool's draw, yeah, not too bad. Could have been worse. Could have been a lot better if I'm being honest. But yeah, I think the Reds will probably have enough to get through it. To be fair, so yeah, yeah, guys, cool. Right, I'll see you for Liverpool live reaction as well on Sunday. Possibly, but I'm also doing WWE as well, so I might be on your television sets quite a bit, hopefully, on Sunday. Probably from about midday till like 11, 12 o'clock at night, basically. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Sorry about the problem with the live stream earlier, and yeah, I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.